I feel confident you're going to make $1 million. You don't even need to watch this video to make $1 million. But I venture to say you're going to think, what does that mean, or how? When? These are good questions. But the reality is, what does it mean? Because you will most likely make $1 million.
Lewis, why don't you recommend stocks in your videos?
Fabricia, I recommended Apple to you because I know you, and I know Apple. Apple was affordable for you for multiple purchases. This is very important when investing, not just a one-time purchase, but multiple purchases. I do not recommend stocks because there was a stock that I would have recommended other than Apple when we talked in 2008. I did not think it was a good fit for you, even though it would make more money. And yes, it is still a good stock and still worth talking about. But I'm not going to recommend it to you, only talk with you so that you can think about what to do and proceed.
I think it is also because you are teaching us, right? Since we can't predict how the market or the stock will perform, correct?
Very good, Shad. Very good. That is true. I am trying to teach you how to do the investing, not to tell you. Do you want to know? Subscribe. Hit the like button. This video here will tell you how to make $1 million. I can pretty much guarantee it. Actually, I can. But hit the subscribe. Hit the like, because you're going to want a lot more information. And we need to get that algorithm going. At least that's what I've been told. Imagine you're 20 years old. You invest $1,000. Yes, at 7%. At the end of the year, you will have $1,070. You've made $70 by doing absolutely nothing but putting $1,000 into, say, a bond or money market or stock that might guarantee you 7%. Yes, I'm using the word guarantee. That'll have to be another video. What? You now have $144.90 without putting any additional money in? $1,000 has now, after 2 years, made $144. Remember, subscribe. Hit the like button. 3 years, it brings you to $225 additional money. You've made almost one-fourth of your investment. So $1,000 after 10 years is almost double your money. $1,000 after 10 years is about $2,000. You've almost doubled it. One-time investment. This time we're adding $1,000 each time. So, as you can see, you've now changed $2,000 into $2,200. Do you see it climbing? It continues to climb. You've now put in $5,000 and it's worth over $6,000. It continues to climb. You put in $10,000 and it's worth $14,000. That's a lot of money. Now, let's reevaluate. If you put one time at the age of 20, $1,000 into a 7% account, by the time you're 60 years old, that will turn into almost $15,000. $15,000 off of a $1,000 investment. Now, if we put in $10,000 for the first 10 years from 20 to 29, you can see that it will have grown to $14,000, about the same kind of thing for that one. But we put in $10,000 this time, and yes, it grew faster. So $10,000, when we turn 60, it's now worth $100,000. So, yes, if we multiplied this to make it $10,000, of course, that shows you $1 million. But realistically, can you put $10,000 in a year at the age of 20? I couldn't. Okay, look at this chart. What is the difference? Do you see any difference? You do. We're starting at the age of 30. The first 10 years are the same as when you started at 20. That's understandable, realistic. So, what is going to take place with that initial money that we put in at 20 when we started at 20 to 29? It's going to keep growing. Watch this though. Okay, we're growing. We're putting in $1,000 each year. We did not do this before with the 20,000 when we started at 20. We stopped with only putting in $10,000. We put in $10,000 and it grew to $112,000. What? We just put in $30,000 and it only grew to $101,000. Remember, $10,000 grew to $112,000. This is $30,000 and it grew to less. Isn't that amazing? This is what a cumulative percent does for you. You were accumulating off of that $15,000 while you were just now starting 10 years later. This is the reason why you start to invest early. Have I showed you how to make $1 million yet? I showed you some of the principles. Have I shown you how you are going to make $1 million? Not yet, but I will. Just give me a moment. Think about what we've just done. The age of 20. $33,000. 33. 4%. It grows to just over $34,000. The next year. So what's going on here? What is going on is I'm just saying that you earn $33,000 when you're starting out at 20. Is it realistic? Yes. How realistic? It depends. But you can't invest the whole $33,000 that you make, can you? Why? Because you have to have taxes taken out. We're not talking 401ks, IRAs. We're just talking simple taxes are going to diminish that $33,000. But we went ahead and just added the interest for simplicity. You're also going to have food. You're going to have to pay rent unless you live with your parents. So if you live with your parents, you still have taxes that have to come out of this. Accumulative interest again. You can see how with a 4%, which is pretty much going to be the average that you make from a job. You're working a job 40 hours a week, and you're bringing home, at the beginning, 33. After 10 years of work, you will have made about $400,000. After 20 years, you will have made $1 million. So what I've shown you is how you are going to make $1 million. This is going for 20 years, starting out at 33. You're most likely going to work until you're 60 years old, 55. But this is just making. Not bringing home, but making. Also, if you make a fraction of this kind of money, let's just say you're bringing home $20,000. That's going to change the value slightly, but you will still make that $1 million. My point was that you can make it, but you're not going to have $1 million because, again, taxes, food, rent, all of these expenses are going to take away. Thank you for watching. If you're very interested in learning how to have in your pocket $1 million, I will be showing this in future videos. It's too much to show right now, but this is a start. Thank you. Bye.